Angels say, the news your soulmate learned is a total game changer. Prepare yourself. Yes. Something has shifted in the spiritual realm, and the ripples are moving toward you faster than you realize. Right now, your soulmate is facing a moment that will alter not just their path, but yours. The angels are whispering urgently. Look closely. Everything is aligning. If you've been waiting, wondering, hoping for a sign, this message is not a coincidence. You didn't click this video by accident. Something is happening behind the scenes. Something your heart has already sensed, even if your mind hasn't caught up yet. Today, the angels want you to know that your soulmate has just received news powerful enough to crack open old patterns, break emotional barriers, and awaken a realization they have been avoiding for far too long. This is the moment that pushes them to rethink everything, including how they feel about you. But before we go deeper, take a breath, because what the angels are revealing today may shift the way you see this connection forever. The angels guided you here because your energy has been calling out for clarity. You've been feeling an unexplained emotional pulsation. Memories of your soulmate's strange heaviness or anticipation. Sense that something is about to happen. Dreams or signs repeating themselves. These aren't random. They're signals, your intuition, your heart, your spiritual team, all trying to prepare you. For many of you, the last few weeks have felt emotionally intense. You may have asked, why am I thinking about them so much lately? Why am I feeling their emotions like they're my own? Why does it feel like something big is coming? Because something is coming, and the angels say it begins with the news your soulmate just received. Your soulmate has recently learned something that struck them deeply. This news may be different for each person's story, but it carries one shared meaning. It woke them up. News could be a truth someone revealed about you, a realization about their feelings, a message or sign that reminded them of your connection, a loss or change that made them rethink what truly matters, a moment where they saw life without you and it scared them more, even a piece of information that made them see your worth in a new light. Whatever it was, it shook them. The angels show a moment of pause, a moment where your soulmate sits alone, holding something heavy in their heart, a moment where they replay memories, words, and choices, a moment where clarity suddenly pierces through confusion. This news didn't just inform them, it transformed them. It made them realize something they've been avoiding. They can't outrun this connection. Not anymore. Since receiving this news, your soulmate has been experiencing a wave of emotions they can no longer suppress: regret for not choosing you sooner, longing that has intensified curiosity about where you are and how you're doing, fear of losing you, a pull they can't explain, a desire to fix things or start again. The angels show them pacing, thinking, imagining conversations, writing messages but not sending them. They feel your energy, stronger now than ever before. Their heart is stirring, their soul is remembering, their spirit is reaching for you. This shift is not small. It is the beginning of a transformation. One the angels say will lead your soulmate closer to you, one step at a time. The timing of this angelic message is not random. your soulmate's awakening, aligns with a spiritual window, a window where truth rises old cycles, break soul contracts, activate divine nudges, become impossible to ignore if you've been feeling lost or unsure. The angels want to reassure you, this is not the end. This is the turning point. What's unfolding now has the potential to bring reconciliation, deeper understanding, or a new beginning depending on your unique journey. But the key is this. What your soulmate learned has shifted their perspective, their intentions, and their heart. It opened a door that was closed, and once opened, it cannot be shut again. The angels aren't just informing you, they're preparing you. The angels say, stay grounded, keep your heart open, but not unprotected, and chase alout rust the timing, release fear. Embrace alignment, your soulmate is being guided back toward you. But your energy will determine how smoothly this unfolds. This is the moment to release bitterness, doubt, and impatience. This is the moment to stand in your power, because your soulmate is waking up to the truth, and soon they will be ready to face you with it. Before we move forward, the angels want to take you behind the scenes into the spiritual layer of what has been unfolding around your soulmate. Because what they learned didn't appear out of nowhere. It was divinely timed. It was planned. It was part of a higher blueprint. This is the part of the journey where the truth starts to unfold. Every soul connection, especially one as strong as yours, is linked to a divine plan, a blueprint created long before you were born. The angels reveal that the news your soulmate just learned was not a coincidence, it was a trigger point written into this plan. A moment destined to shake their heart awake. For some soulmates, this news came through a person. For others, it came through a sudden realization, a spiritual message, or a life event. But here's the important part. This moment was meant to happen now, not earlier, not later. The angels show a timeline glowing at one point. The moment your soulmate was finally ready to understand what they couldn't before. It wasn't that they didn't care. It wasn't that they didn't feel the connection. It was simply that their soul wasn't ready. But now they are beginning to see. The angels have been working around your soulmate quietly, gently, persistently. And you may be wondering, how? The angels reveal 3 key ways they've been preparing your soulmate. 1. Softening their heart. Your soulmate had walls, high ones, walls built from childhood wounds, past disappointments, or fears of vulnerability. But over the last few weeks, the angels have been softening those walls. Moments that stirred compassion, memories that resurfaced from nowhere, sudden waves of nostalgia. All of these were angelic interventions meant to remind them of what is truly meaningful. 2. Increasing their soulmate has been experiencing intuitive nudges, even if they don't realize it. Signs like seeing repeating numbers, hearing your name unexpectedly, about you feeling sudden emotions that aren't theirs, thinking of you randomly. Throughout the day, some of these moments confused them, some frightened them, but all of them guided their awareness toward you. 3. Clearing out distractions. The angels have been removing people, situations, or emotions that once kept your soulmate distracted. Not painfully, but naturally. Old connections beginning to fade. Unhealthy attachments suddenly losing importance. Habits or routines they once clung to no longer satisfying them. The angels have been making space. Space for something real. Space for something divine. Space for you. Now, let's return to the heart of this message. The news your soulmate received didn't just affect their mind, it activated their spirit. The angels show that this news carried a universal energy, a force that awakened a memory in their soul, a memory tied to you. The moment they learned this information, something clicked inside them, a realization, a knowing, a shift. This may have been a truth about your connection, a message about your well-being, or success, a reminder of what they lost or almost lost, news that made them rethink their priorities, or a moment where someone mentioned your name unexpectedly. Whatever it was, it shook them awake. The angels say they finally saw what their soul has known all along. Your soulmate is trying to remain composed, but emotionally, they're unraveling in ways they didn't expect. The angels reveal the emotional shifts happening within them. Shock. The news caught them off guard. It reminded them that life is moving, with or without them. Fernet. Fear of you. Fear of losing you. Fear that someone else could step in. Fear that they waited too long. Fear that their silence has consequences. Longing. This is the strongest feeling rising in them. A longing so intense it pulls at their chest. Memories of you come back with emotion. Words you said echo louder. Moments replay themselves. Courage beginning to spark slowly, softly. A courage is forming. A desire to make things right, to speak, to reach out, to close the distance. The news stirred something they can no longer run from their truth. The angels say that many of you watching have been feeling strange emotional waves recently. You may have experienced sudden sadness, random bursts of hope, heart palpitations, a tug in your chest, a feeling of being watched over, a sense that someone is thinking of you, emotional shifts that don't feel like your own. This is because your soulmate's energy has been reaching out to you. When their heart opened, the connection between you strengthened. Instantly your souls communicate before your mouths ever can. If you've been feeling emotional or spiritually activated lately, it's not your imagination. It's not just a mood. It's your soulmate's awakening, radiating into your field. The angels say your heart hears them, even from far away. This isn't just about your soulmate's transformation, it's about yours. The angels want you to know you are being prepared. Your energy is shifting. Your intuition is heightening. Your heart is being aligned. Your path is being cleared. Why? Because soon, this connection will require clarity, strength, and emotional readiness. This isn't the old chapter. This is the rewrite. This is the rebirth. The angels are aligning both of you toward a moment coming sooner than you think, where truth will be spoken and decisions will be made. But before that moment arrives, you must understand the full spiritual story. And your soulmate must complete the awakening that began with that life-changing news. The angels say this is the moment. You've been waiting to understand, the moment when everything inside your soulmate shifted. The moment when the news they learned didn't just inform them, it transformed them. This is where the truth becomes impossible for your soulmate to ignore. When your soulmate first received the news, their reaction was subtle on the outside, but inside, something seismic occurred. The angels reveal a vision. Your soulmate stands still, staring off into the distance. Something about the news echoes inside them, louder than expected. It hits a place they've kept hidden, a place where emotions they thought they buried still live. The news wasn't just information. It was a mirror, a reflection of what they truly want, what they fear losing, what they have avoided confronting, what their heart has been trying to tell them for too long. It woke them up. The angels say your soulmate's awakening can be summarized in one sentence: I still care, more than I thought. For some of you, the realization is even deeper. I never stopped loving them. I'm meant to be with them. I have to do something before it's too late. This realization came suddenly, almost painfully. The angels show your soulmate replaying memories, moments of laughter, the sound of your voice, the way you looked at them, the comfort they felt around youth, peace you brought into their life, potential they once imagined with youth. These memories hit harder now because the news reminded them of their own vulnerability. It reminded them that time moves people, change opportunities don't wait, silence has consequences, and connection like this doesn't come twice. Your soulmate is realizing they are not as detached as they pretended, not as immune, not as healed as they claimed. The truth is rising like a tide, unstoppable and undeniable. The angels reveal that your soulmate is now walking through an emotional crossroads, a battle between fear and love. Fear says, what if I'm rejected? What if I'm not ready? What if I ruin everything? What if I'm too late? What if they've moved on? These fears are strong. They come from old wounds, from past heartbreaks, from things they never healed. But love says, this connection matters. They are the one I feel safe with. Life without them feels empty. I can't pretend anymore. I need to reach out. And for the first time, love is winning. The news they received gave love the upper hand. It pushed fear into a corner. It made their excuses feel thin. The angels say their heart is finally louder than their wounds. Since the news, your soulmate has been experiencing emotional waves that might surprise even them. Emotions they thought they were done feeling. The angels show a sudden longing. They feel your absence like a missing heartbeat. Your energy lingers around them, especially at night. A need for clarity. They want answers. They want understanding. They want to know where you stand now. A desire to fix what broke. They feel regrets they ignored before. Words they never said. Actions they never took. A feeling of destiny awakening. They feel pulled toward you. Not by logic, but by something deeper. A spiritual magnetism. A soul memory. A divine calling. The news unlocked this awareness, and now it grows stronger each day. The angels say, this is not a small moment. This is not temporary emotion. This is a turning point in your soulmate connection. Their realization matters because, 1. It breaks old cycles, patterns of avoidance, silence, running, fear, emotional distance. All of these begin to dissolve once truth rises. 2. It activates their soul contract, the spiritual agreement between you made in another lifetime begins to awaken. Your souls recognize the moment. 3. It reopens the pathway toward reunion. Where there was confusion, clarity begins. Where there was fear, courage grows. Where there was distance, the pull returns. For it prepares them for action. The angels say, Your soulmate is moving from thinking to feeling to doing. They are preparing for a step, a message, a conversation, a gesture. Something is forming in their heart, something they're getting ready to say, something they're getting ready to change. Many of you have felt emotional shifts recently, not knowing why. Sudden warmth in your chest, heaviness, boost latil, of missing them, bursts of peace dreams, or visions. Intuitive hits. This is because their awakening is connected to your energy. When their heart opens, yours reacts. When their soul remembers, yours feels it. You are not imagining the connection intensifying. You are not imagining the signs increasing. You are not imagining the emotional pull growing stronger. The angels say their awakening has activated your own. This journey is no longer one-sided. It is now happening for both of you simultaneously, spiritually, divinely. The angels reveal that the next phase of this journey is powerful. Stage 4 will explore the exact emotional shift happening inside your soulmate, the spiritual purpose behind the timing, how the news changed the way they see youth, new intentions forming in their heart, and the moment they begin preparing to approach youth. Angels say this is the moment the emotional landscape inside your soulmate begins to transform. What once felt distant becomes vivid. What once felt numb begins to awaken. What once was hidden rises to the surface. The news your soulmate received didn't simply catch their attention, it changed the way they see you, the way they see themselves, and the way they see this connection. Your soulmate has spent a long time trying to control their emotions. They convinced themselves they were fine. They convinced themselves they were done. They convinced themselves the connection would fade. But the angels say this clearly: the walls they built were never stronger than the bond between your souls. The news they learned acted like a spiritual hammer, not destroying their walls violently, but creating cracks. Cracks wide enough for truth to seep through. And now, your soulmate can't ignore what they feel anymore. They feel tenderness, a pull toward you that grows stronger each day. They are more emotionally open now than they have been in a long time. The angels show a very powerful image. Your soulmate looking at a mental picture of you with new eyes, with clarity, with realization, with admiration, with awe. The news they received made them reflect on your role in their life. They now see you as someone loyal, someone patient, someone kind, someone spiritually connected, someone who loved them deeply, someone they didn't appreciate enough, someone they can trust, someone who stood out from everyone else. The angels say they are realizing your worth in a way they could not see before. For some, the news brought your name back into conversation. For others, it brought you into their thoughts. For others still, it made them compare what they have now with what they had with Ewand. Nothing comes close. Nothing feels as real. Nothing feels as safe. Nothing feels as alive. The angels reveal something your soulmate hasn't told anyone. They're seeing their patterns now. They're realizing when they pulled away, when they acted out of fear, when they didn't express what they should have said, when they let pride guide them, when they avoided vulnerability, when they didn't match your effort. This realization isn't meant to punish them, it's meant to awaken them. And it has. Your soulmate is seeing how their behavior affected the connection, and surprisingly, they feel remorse. A deep, quiet, profound remorse. Not guilt that destroys, but understanding that rebuilds. They don't want to repeat the past again. Since the news, your soulmate has been rethinking everything. The angels show intentions being shaped inside the intentions. They're not ready to speak out loud yet, but ones they feel deeply. These intentions include wanting to reconnect. They want to hear your voice. They want to check on you. They want to feel the energy you once shared. Wanting to apologize, they want to acknowledge what they didn't see before. They want to take responsibility. Wanting to understand where you stand there. Wondering, do they still care? Is the door still open? Could we try again? Wanting to show up differently, not as the person who avoided, but as the person who steps forward. Wanting to rebuild trust slowly, carefully, gently, honestly. These intentions are not just thoughts, they are feelings rising from the soul. The angels say the timing of this shift is divinely orchestrated. This moment matters because 1. You both needed growth, you needed healing, clarity, empowerment. They needed awakening, courage, and emotional maturity. Now, both paths align too. You have entered a manifestation window. This is a period where thoughts manifest faster. Intuition is sharper, and soulmate alignment becomes easier. 3. Their soul lessons are completing. Your soulmate's awakening was delayed until they learned key lessons about love, vulnerability, and truth. They have now reached a spiritual checkpoint, for a new phase of connection is opening. This is not the old chapter reopening, that this is a totally new chapter being born, not based on fear, not based on imbalance, not based on uncertainty. This new phase is based on truth awareness, clarity, divine timing. The angels say this connection is entering the stage where destiny begins to take over. As your soulmate goes through this awakening, you may experience signs such as seeing repeating numbers 111, 222, 444, 555, feeling sudden waves of warmth or emotion, thinking of them intensely for no reason, dreaming about them more frequently. Their presence when you're alone, feeling more spiritually guided, hearing songs that remind you of them, feeling pressure in the heart or crown chakra rune, expected memories resurfacing. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. Your souls are syncing. Their awakening is echoing into your energy field. The spiritual bond is strengthening. The inner conflict your soulmate is wrestling with, the moment they realize they must take action, the emotional breakdown or breakthrough, a kinda angelic guidance pushing them toward communication, the spiritual signs intensifying around them. Angels show your soulmate sitting with heavy emotions. They're trying to appear strong, but their heart is overflowing. They feel the weight of the noosed sting of regret, ache of missing youth, fear they might have waited too long, and the hope that it's not too late. Their emotions are no longer small waves, they're rising tides, and they're reaching a point where they can't contain it anymore. The angels whisper, their silence is cracking. They feel the need to speak, to reach out, to break the distance, to break the tension, to break the cycle. They can't hold back much longer. Their heart won't let them. Inside your soulmate is a battle, a spiritual tug of war. Fear pulls them back. What if I reach out and they don't respond? What if I've hurt them too much? What if they've changed? What if they're happier without me? What if I ruin everything again? These fears come from their deepest wounds. But love pulls them forward. Love whispers, reach out. This connection matters. Time is passing. Your heart still chooses them. Stop resisting what your soul wants. The angels say, Fear is from their past. Love is from their destiny. Right now, your soulmate is standing between the two trembling, thinking, overthinking, wondering which direction to choose. But the news they learned recently tilted the balance. It made love louder. It made fear weaker. It made the pull toward you undeniable. The angels reveal a powerful moment approaching, a moment where your soulmate will break down emotionally. But don't misunderstand, is not destruction, it is release. A release of tension, guilt-filled feelings, unspoken truths, memories they've held in for too long. This emotional breakthrough may come through tears they didn't expect, memories that hit suddenly, a song that brings them to their knees, a dream that feels too real, a moment of overwhelming realization. They will finally feel everything they've been avoiding. The angels say, this is the moment their heart becomes honest. It is the turning point where denial ends and clarity begins. Your soulmate is not going through this awakening alone. The angels have been guiding them every step of the way, and now, the guidance intensifies. The angels are sending stringent synchronados, triggers, intuitive nudge dreams, sudden reminders of moments of clarity that strike out of nowhere. Why? Because the angels are preparing them to take action. This awakening is not meant to stop at emotion. It is meant to move them into movement. The angels say they are being guided toward you. They feel the pull because we are pulling them. This is divine intervention, calm, gentle, but undeniable. You may begin noticing subtle energetic shifts as your soulmate moves closer to action. Signs include 1. You feel their emotions more strongly. Out of nowhere, you may feel a rush of sadness, a sudden warmth, an unexplained sense of anticipation, or an emotional wave that feels foreign. This is because your soulmate is thinking heavily of you. 2. Their name appears everywhere you see. Initials placesteline messagesin crosis. Tied to them, the connection is becoming active. 3. Your intuition suddenly sharpens you. Just know something is shifting. You feel it deep in your chest, for you sense someone thinking about you, especially late at night or early morning. 5. Your dreams involve them more intimately. These dreams don't feel random, they feel like communication. The angels say their energy is knocking on your soul's door. The angels reveal something deeply intimate. Your soulmate has been rehearsing what they might say. They've imagined texting you, calling you, bumping into your connecting plaganola. They're feeling asking for another chance. You're simply hearing your voice. Aganthia replayed these moments in their mind repeatedly. They're trying to gather the courage. Their intentions are growing stronger. Their fear is slowly decreasing. Their heart is preparing for a step they once swore they would never take. This is real. This is unfolding. This is happening on a soul level right now. We will explore the divine intervention guiding your soulmate's next move, the exact shift that pushes them from thinking to deciding the moment they choose courage. The spiritual signs surrounding both of you and how fate starts aligning your paths again. Angels are guiding this message with a sense of urgency, a sense of truth, and a sense of inevitable breakthrough. Because right now, your soulmate is entering a stage of transformation they can no longer hide from. For so long, they tried to bury their emotions. They tried to distract themselves. They tried to fill the void. They tried to pretend they didn't care. But the news they recently learned about you shifted something deep inside them, something they can't unfeel, unsee, or know. Angels say their heart is waking up. What they've been blind to, is now impossible to ignore. This stage, a spiritual awakening, is something your soulmate cannot stop, even if they wanted to. This is when recognition, clarity, and urgency all collide. Let's unfold what the angels are showing, layer by layer. 1. Their soul finally accepts the truth. Your soulmate is no longer in denial, not about the connection, not about the meaning behind their feelings, and not about the place you hold in their life. For months, maybe even years, they pushed back the truth because of fear of vulnerability, fear of losing control, fear of being hurt, fear of repeating past mistakes, fear of not being enough. But the news they learned about you didn't just catch their attention. It shook their spirit awake. The angels show an image of a floodgate bursting, open feelings pouring through all at once. They're finally realizing this connection wasn't random, it was destiny. And destiny doesn't go away just because someone tries to ignore it. 2. They just understood that they could lose you. This is the moment that's truly changing everything. Your soulmate has suddenly become aware that someone new may be entering your life. You are growing emotionally stronger. You are becoming more independent. You are healing faster than they expected. You are no longer waiting in the same way. You are stepping into your power. This realization hit them harder than they expected, because for the longest time, they assumed that you would always be available, would always be patient, you would always be open, you would always be there to return. To angels reveal that this assumption has now collapsed. For the first time, they feel the possibility of losing you for real, and that fear is awakening the truth they've been suppressing. 3. Their heart chakra is opening rapidly. The angelic energy surrounding your soulmate right now is powerful and intentional. Archangel Raphael, guardian of heart healing, is stepping closer to them, guiding them through the emotional storm they are facing. Signs of this awakening include sudden emotional sensitivity, strong memories of you, repeated some excited dreams, unexpected waves of nostalgia, intuitive urges to reach out, a sudden longing for stability, a desire to make things right. They are beginning to experience what the angels call soul pull. This happens when the spiritual bond becomes louder than the ego, louder than fear, louder than excuses. You may even feel this energetically, sudden thoughts of them, warm sensations, emotional waves that come out of nowhere. It's because your hearts are communicating before your words do. 4. The realization that you were their safe place here. The truth your soulmate is finally accepting. You were the calm in their chaos. You were the comfort in their confusion. You were the light in their darkest moments. You were the one who understood them without asking for explanations. This is why the news they learned about you affected them so deeply. It wasn't just information, it was a wake-up call. It reminded them of how much you mattered, how much they depended on your energy, how deeply they were connected to you, how empty things feel without you. And now, they can't pretend they don't feel it anymore. Because the angels are amplifying the truth. You were never meant to be temporary in their life. 5. They're realizing you carried the connection. This is a major moment in the soulmate journey. Your angels say they are finally seeing how much you gave, and how little they reciprocated. Your soulmate didn't do this out of malice. Truthfully, they didn't feel ready. They didn't feel stable enough. They didn't feel emotionally confident. They didn't feel like they deserved the purity of what you offered. But now, with this new information they received about you, they are seeing everything from a new perspective. Your patience, your loyalty, your compassion, your effort, your consistency, your emotional bravery, and they feel a mix of gratitude and regret. It's an emotional awakening that's pushing them in your direction. 6. Their angels are guiding them toward a decision. Your soulmate has entered a spiritual crossroad. Option 1. Remain in fear, comfort, routine, and emotional safety. Option 2. Step forward courageously toward you. The news they received will make one of these options impossible to continue. The angels are showing signs of pressure, building a spiritual push that will force them to confront everything they've avoided. They're being divinely guided to reach out, communicate, honestly express how they feel, acknowledge their mistakes, reveal what they've been hiding, take steps toward connection, make space for reconciliation. This is why the angels keep saying, the shift has already started. What comes next is movement. They won't stay silent much longer. 7. You will feel their energy before their words arrive. Angels want you to be aware of this. Their energy will reach you before their message does. In the upcoming days or weeks, you may experience random warmth in your chest, their name appearing everywhere, their birthday showing up, sudden dreams involving them, strong telepathic emotional waves, magnetic pull toward memories, feeling that something is about to happen. This is not your imagination. This is the spiritual connection preparing you both for the next stage. Your angels are aligning the timelines, clearing the blockages, and healing the wounds that created the separation. And your soulmate is finally cooperating with divine timing instead of resisting it. Your soulmate has spent months, maybe years, operating from fear. Fear of rejection, fear of being vulnerable, fear of failure, fear of not being ready, fear of not being enough, fear of repeating past heartbreak. The news they recently learned about you created a shockwave of urgency inside them. Something snapped, something awakened, something clicked. They are no longer led by fear, they're led by the truth they've been trying to bury, and the angels show a powerful message. Love becomes stronger when it realizes what it could lose. Your soulmate is now realizing that losing you is not something they can emotionally handle. This is the shift that changes the entire path of a soulmate journey. 2. The universe is rearranging their path toward you. This part is crucial. The angels are actively positioning your soulmate to reconnect with you. This is not coincidence, it is divine orchestration. You may notice signs such as sudden synchronicities, same repeating numbers, 111, 222, 444, 555, 777, dreams that feel too real to ignore, songs that feel like messages, strong physical sensations in your heart or stomach, unexpected reminders of them, sudden internal messages like they're coming back soon. These aren't random. This is the universe clearing old resistance and aligning both of you for a new phase. Your soulmate is being nudged, even pushed by angelic guidance. Their intuition is screaming. Go to them, speak to them, fix what needs fixing. Don't stay silent anymore. And they're finally listening. 3. The news they learned about you is making them realize they could lose their chance forever. Asterisk, asterisk, this is the turning point. Whatever they learned about you, your personal growth, your emotional detachment, your rising confidence, your new opportunities, another person showing interest, your spiritual evolution, your increasing independence, hit them harder than expected. They now understand that you are no longer where you once were emotionally. You're elevating, you're healing, you're transforming, you're stepping into your purpose, you're attracting new energy. This scares them, but in the best way, because it awakens a truth they've been ignoring. If I don't act now, I might lose the love of my life. And that realization is reshaping their choices from this moment forward. Point 4. Their angels are nudging them to reach out. Your soulmate can feel the universe, their guides, and even your energy pulling them closer. They're beginning to receive sudden thoughts about messaging you, strong urges to check your social media deep. Emotional longing, unexpected bursts of courage, persistent intuitive reminders about you, dreams that feel like warnings or confirmations. Archangel Chamuel, angel of relationships, is especially active right now. The message is clear. Communication is coming. Prepare yourself. Your soulmate is fighting the urge to reach out, but the urge is beginning to win. They're drafting messages they don't send. They're typing and deleting. They're imagining the conversation. They're rehearsing what to say. Deep down, they already know they will reach out. It's just a matter of when, not if. 5. The emotional buildup is reaching its peak. This is the stage where their emotions become too intense to stay inside. They may be experiencing heavy chest feelings, sudden sadness, stares out of nowhere, strong desire for connection, emotional flashbacks, say longing that feels physically, sense of missing home. These aren't emotional accidents. These are spiritual symptoms. The angels are activating their heart center, reminding them of your energy, your presence, and your importance. And this is creating the emotional pressure needed for them to take the next step. They can't run anymore. They can't hide anymore. They can't pretend anymore. Their soul is calling out for you. 6. The universe wants you to stay receptive. Not chasing this stage is important for you too. The angels want you to stay calm, stay grounded, stay aligned, stay aligned. Receptive, stay confident, stay open. Do not place your life on hold. As your energy rises, your soulmate rises to meet it. As you step into your strength, they're inspired to follow. As you heal, they awaken. Your elevation is not pushing them away, it's pulling them closer. The angels say, your glow is guiding them back. So keep growing, keep becoming, keep shining. You're not losing them, you're helping them evolve. 7. The next step they take will change everything. The angels are showing a clear image. Your soulmate standing at a doorway, one hand on the handle, hesitating, but ready to walk through. This represents a major upcoming shift. They are about to choose courage over fear. They are about to choose honesty over silence. They are about to choose connection over avoidance. The next action they take may include reaching out through a text, an emotional message, asking to meet, apologizing, opening up, emotionally expressing regret, asking for another chance, admitting the truth of their feelings. The energy is moving. The door is opening. The universe is aligning everything. Your soulmate has crossed the emotional threshold, where denial is no longer possible. The news they learned about you, the information that shook them awake, has now matured into real understanding. They finally see why they felt drawn to you from the beginning, why no one ever replaced, why you still show up in their dreams, why they could never detach completely, why their heart never fully moved on. They now realize this connection wasn't random. It was soul-designed, pre-written. meant, and the angels say, they finally see you the way the universe has always seen you. Not as an option, not as a maybe, not as a temporary moment, but as a soul mirror, a destiny partner. This realization hits them deeply, emotionally, spiritually, and it changes everything. 2. The universe pushes them into alignment. This is one of the most powerful messages in the entire script. Your soulmate is being divinely aligned to move toward you. The spiritual pressure is increasing, not decreasing. They feel signs everywhere. They go your name, appearing randomly, dreams becoming more vivid, their emotions intensifying, a sense of unfinished business, a calling they can no longer ignore. They may even feel like the universe is cornering them, pushing them to act. Because the angels are no longer allowing this connection to sit in silence. They are guiding, redirecting, orchestrating synchronicities, and removing obstacles. This is why things they once pursued feel empty. People they once entertained feel hollow. Comfort zones feel uncomfortable. And you feel like the only truth left. 3. They accept that they want you, not the old version of you, but the new one. This part is powerful. Your soulmate doesn't just want the memory of you. They want the new you, the stronger youth, more confident youth, healed youth, wiser youth. Version of you that stopped waiting. The version of you that learned how to love yourself. Version of you they are now proud of. The angels say, your growth didn't push them away, it called them home. The news they discovered about you showed them just how much you've evolved. And now they feel compelled, almost magnetized, to match that energy. This is what starts the true healing in the connection. 4. They prepare themselves to approach you. Your soulmate is now entering the stage of emotional preparation. This is when they begin practicing what to say, drafting messages, deleting, retyping, then rewriting again, rehearsing the conversation in their mind, imagining your reaction, gathering courage, releasing the fear of rejection, accepting responsibility for past mistakes, wanting to show you a new version of themselves they know they cannot return in the same energy they left in. They must return. Honest, Ponclair beyond. The most important part, they know they have to express what they never said before, the truth you always deserved. 5. Angels reveal the upcoming breakthrough. The angels show a very vivid symbol, a door opening, a hand reaching through it, light pouring in behind them. This is the moment your soulmate reaches out. This is the moment when silence breaks. Possible incoming actions include a long overdue apology, heartfelt message, hey, can we talk? A confession of what they discovered, an explanation of why they acted the way they did, revelation of their true feelings, a desire for a fresh start, recognition of your value in their life. This moment changes the entire trajectory of your connection. The angels are emphasizing, communication is coming. It is divinely timed and it will be emotional. 6. Your soulmate's emotion at the moment they reach out, when they contact you. They will not approach you casually. They will be nervous, to lose you, determined to fix things, ready to tell the truth, overwhelmed by how much they feel. Your soulmate is preparing themselves to be vulnerable in a way they never have before. And the angels are helping them remove the fear that once controlled them. This isn't about pride anymore. This isn't about ego anymore. This isn't about stubbornness anymore. This is about the heart. This is about the soul. This is about destiny. 7. The reunion energy is strong, whether your reunion is emotional, energetic, conversational, physical, or a complete reconnection. The angels confirm a shift is approaching that reunites your paths. This may come as a message out of nowhere and unexpected. Kala repeated sign urging you to respond. Dream that feels like a preview of what's coming. A moment where destiny pulls both of you into the same space. Your soulmate is no longer resisting the connection, are moving toward it. Toward you, toward what was always meant. 8. What the angels want you to do. Now the angels want you to walk into this next chapter with calmness, openness, confidence, and self-worth. They do not want you to cling. They want you to rise, because your soulmate is coming back with a different heart, and they must meet the new you, not the past you. Your job now is simple. Stay grounded, stay in your power, stay connected to your intuition. Allow the universe to unfold this naturally. You do not need to chase you. Do not need to force. You do not need to rush. This connection is divinely guided, and divine timing never fails. 9. The final angel message for youth. Angels say, what was meant for you is finding its way back, not as it was before, but healed, awakened, and ready. Your soulmate has changed. You have changed. Everything is aligning again, but this time with purpose. The silence is ending. The distance is dissolving. The fear is fading. The truth is rising. And destiny is stepping forward. Prepare yourself, because the news your soulmate learned didn't just change them, it changed the entire future of this connection. And now, your story is entering its beginning, not its ending. If this message brought you clarity, comfort, or confirmation, then the angels guided you here for a reason. Like this video to keep this light flowing. Comment below what resonated with your heart. Your words may help someone else on their journey. Subscribe to Words of Angel so you never miss the messages the universe is trying to send you. Your angels are always speaking. This channel helps you hear them.